Hey, welcome back. Top of the hour, Biggie Outdoor Radio. This segment's brought to you by Snap Fitness. They got 2 locations here in town. You can get fit over in Weston. They got that new location over there, and there's another brand new location here in Wausau across from Fleet Farm. And that one's all remodeled. That's a real good size location. They got the Summer for Free program going on. I think that's about over. Summer's just about done. But I'm sure they got some other kind of great specials going on if you go out, check them out. They got training classes out there and a lot of new machines and equipment and free weights and supplements. Good, friendly, clean place. Nice staff out there. They're open 24/7 to members, so get out there and get in shape. And you know what? I haven't even been out there since I've been back from Africa. I need to get out there and talk with Greg and Jeannie and the gang and get myself into shape. I'm starting to feel a little weighted down here. I might need to hide out there a little bit after my wife finds out that I've been playing tricks on her here. So we're back, and we should be getting a call here in a few minutes from my good friend Steve with the Good Outdoors from down in southern Georgia. He's got the Good Outdoor Radio Show. He's on Tallahassee's ESPN radio station down there. So we're just talking about the outdoors and sharing the outdoors with family this morning, and some of the practical jokes and the fun that we can have. And I used to do a lot of hunting with my family, my dad and my brothers, and it's funny how as you get older you kind of grow out of that. My father doesn't do much hunting anymore, and my brothers have kind of gone their own way. Everybody gets kids of their own, and the hunting groups of the days of old have split up. Used to be that you'd get together and you'd have groups of guys. It'd be 15, 20 guys hunting together and big places to hunt. Now everybody's so land conscious, and the land is not big farms where farmers get together and hunt anymore. It's all little 40-acre tracts and 20-acre tracts, and it's just not the same anymore. So, but hunting in Wisconsin is probably as big a tradition as anything else. I mean, we take it like a national holiday here.
I can remember when I was in, this goes back to high school. That's a few weeks ago.
Yeah, just a few.
But there would be certain students that that week it wasn't, they didn't even make, we had school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, about that.
Yeah, nobody.
They weren't there.
Yeah, a lot of that. I mean, it's still that way. There are a lot of kids that just don't come, and there's been times that schools have tried to enforce making everybody show up on those weeks, but that doesn't work.
No.
Hunting in Wisconsin is a tradition that they'll never. We only get 9 days for the gun season. You go down south and they get long seasons. They can hunt for months.
Well, I mean, technically you have more than 9 days.
Yeah, but for a rifle or for a gun.
Well, isn't a musket a gun?
Yeah, the muzzleloader, it's becoming more and more of a rifle. I mean, they're accurate now. They shoot further, but, still don't get a lot of... I mean, people are not into that as much as they are the old traditional 9-day gun season,
Just counterpoint.
I like it. I think there's less people in the woods, but I think they should put the muzzleload season before the gun season. Give the guys with the muzzleloaders a chance to...
Instead of scaring them all into hiding.
Yeah. But I think if they did that, boy, there'd be protests. I think the traditional hunters would have a stroke if they said they were going to do that. So,
well, would this be akin to what happened in the 80s with the fishing?
Could be.
I mean, that has died down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it still not exists. There's still not people that have, their gills are all scratched.
Yeah. So you're saying their fur might get ruffled?
No, just their feathers.
Oh, their feathers. Okay. Yeah, there's. It's always a touchy subject. We take it kind of seriously on our hunting traditions and stuff up here. It's funny. I never really could quite understand how or why we do the hunting the way that they do it up here. I haven't really deer hunted in Wisconsin in quite a few years anyway.
Oh.
I buy licenses sometimes, but I haven't done it. I just don't get into it like I used to. I'm so busy hunting other places now, hunt other things, that you get kind of burned out.
Especially when people are hiring you to take them hunting other places.
Yeah. I guide people, and we sit there and we watch them shoot deer all the time, and after that, it's like, I want to go shoot something different other than a deer. And after you've hunted lions with bows and Cape buffalo, like I just did with a bow and things like that, then it's, a deer is not the same.
Okay, that's talking close range.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty close range. Yeah.
Aye.
And you need some pretty different equipment, too, which we set up when we were over there. It's not, you don't use your regular setup that you'd use on whitetail over here to hunt Cape buffalo.
I would think not.
No.
Slightly larger animal. I would imagine they have a tougher skin.
It's not so much the tougher skin, it's the size of the bones. That if you hit a bone, which you have to penetrate, their bones are like huge. So, we had to have an arrow that weighs 800 and mine weighed 828 grains. So I mean, it's a heavy arrow, 315 grain broadhead, and most people are using 100 or 125 grain broadheads over here. So this whole thing was like chucking a log at this Cape buffalo. Wow. And actually, my bow completely buried the arrow in it. Gone, passed it right in.
Holy cow!
Yeah. So, actually, it was a bull that I shot. It was a good sized one, too. And the bulls and the cows both have horns, just in case you're wondering.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Some people actually hunt the female Cape buffaloes because they're a little less expensive and whatever, but they're just as mean. A cape's a cape.
I was going to say.
Yeah. The bulls actually get bigger horns and stuff like that. You can tell by their face, but a cape is a cape. They're all mean. It's kind of like the lions. And actually, if you hunt the lion female is meaner too than a male. It's like that with most species, just so you know. The female is always meaner.
I'll take your word for it and leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, you haven't been married, so you wouldn't know that yet. But the females are always more vicious. Never cross a female of any species.
I shall take that under advisement.
Never trick her into making coyote calls in the garage.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Let's hope that's not her.
Somebody's broadcasting.
Somebody's calling. Better find out who it is before you put it online.
Sunrise Broadcasting.
So if anybody out there has heard, has played any tricks on your wife involving hunting, I'd like to hear that too. You're welcome to call in 715-298-9888. That's 715-298-9888. Love to hear your stories of how you played tricks on your wife or tricked her into going hunting with you. Who have we got here?
You're in for it now.
Uh-oh. Hello, caller. Who have I got here?
This is Steve Nichols, Patrick. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I was kind of worried there. I was worried.
Yeah. So I hear your call screener there has quite the sense of humor there. With I think you seems to be that you may be ducking a certain individual in your life at the moment.
Yeah, actually, I did get one text message in the break that said, "What? You have a blanking call?"
Hey, well, I got. Is Brandon in there with you this morning?
No, he's AWOL.
He couldn't. Yeah, he's AWOL, and I just saw on Facebook this morning the reason he may be. I thought he might try to leg it out, but I guess he can't.
Yeah.
Oh, broke the old foot, huh?
What's that?
Brandon, I think I saw Brandon broke his foot.
Being that we are broadcasting live and we want to make sure that we tell the truth.
Yeah.
He's pulling a prank on his fiancée with that.
Oh, okay. Well, he got me telling.
Yeah.
I thought he was running from a snake and broke his leg. I didn't know.
No. Actually, I'll tell you where that picture came from. That is the actual photo of the leg of my friend, the guide in Alaska that crashed his plane.
Oh my goodness!
2 days ago.
That's a pretty good break. It's all jokes aside. That's not a good thing.
No, he actually underwent a surgery yesterday, and they put some plates and some pins in that, and then it's left open right now because it's swelling so much. I don't know what that all is about, but they can't close it up, and so it looks like he's going to have between 2 to 3 more surgeries on it before it's done.
Wow. Well, we'll keep him in our prayers down here.
Yeah.
I'm up getting ready to go to church. That's what we do here in the South. We go to church and pray for you guys in the North. So I got to do my due diligence here. So
we appreciate that.
Yeah, I know you would.
The thing is, I notice that when I come down to the South and I drive around in the country down there.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much Tim here has been in the South, but I'll explain it to you. When you're in the South and you drive around, you come to all these intersections and these little burgs and these little places, and there's churches.
That's right.
And sometimes there's a church right across the street from another church.
Correct. That's right.
And how I would describe it to somebody from Wisconsin that's never been down there, it's much like our tavern system.
Exactly. I was going to say that. I was hoping that you wouldn't go there because I was dying to go there. But
what were you? Yeah.
Yes, I was. You're exactly right. That's a fantastic analogy because when I go up to visit you and of course, my in-laws are up in the UP, I've noticed that same thing, that it's the exact same template as our church system you guys have for, and you call them a tavern, which is a very nice Sunday morning word for a bar. But let's be honest, it's a bar. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why y'all insist on calling them taverns. It's a bar, okay, or a watering hole. That's what it is. And where we go to church, you guys go to the watering hole.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But we can worship there, too.
Sure, and I'm sure you think of me when you're there, and I appreciate it. Same thing. Same thing.
Hang on, Steve. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come right back and we'll actually get on that topic. So be right back.
All right, buddy.
Would you like to work full-time and only have to work 3 or 4 days a week? Due to growth, Line Tech is looking for high-quality people to join their top-notch team. Different shift options are available to meet your needs. If you enjoy being able to plan your weekends, the 12-hour shift is for you. Days and nights are available. 3 days 1 week, 4 days the next. These positions involve loading and unloading of material, tack welding, and use of overhead cranes with wages starting at $14.60. Skilled maintenance positions also available on traditional second shift. Line Tech offers excellent benefits, along with on-the-job training, bonuses, and many other incentives. Line Tech provides high-quality products and services for customers in a values-based culture with exceptional people. To find out more and apply online, visit linetech.com. That's LINETEC.com. Line Tech, a division of Apogee Enterprises Incorporated, is an equal employment opportunity company. Women, minorities, protected veterans, individuals with disabilities encouraged to apply.
Courtside Furniture is going crazy this Thursday for Merrill's Crazy Days.
Hey, it's Elvis from Courtside Furniture. Crazy Day special include an Elvis-size recliner that was $750, now just $350. Thank you very much.
A Sealy Queen pillow top mattress set, slashed to just $4.99. Elvis says check out the dining chairs at $24, the bar stools at $24, and kids recliners just $59.
Don't forget the Q42 Space Modulator.
Watch for the live auction this Thursday. We're auctioning a power recliner at $445.
Crazy savings they are.
Crazy Days means crazy savings at Courtside Furniture, downtown Merrill.
Well, golly!
Special Crazy Day prices, cash and carry only, delivery extra.
Out on the racetrack, a professional driver knows he's surrounded by other pro drivers.
NASCAR legend and racing champion Rusty Wallace.
When you drive a truck for a living, the only professional around might be you. All the more reason to buckle up every trip, every time. Because out on the highway, trouble can come from anywhere, and it can happen in a heartbeat. If you're ever in a crash, the smartest and the safest place for a trucker to be is behind the wheel, secure and in control of your truck, looking out for yourself and everybody around you. Without your safety belt, you could easily get bumped out of position, and that means out of control. Trust me, that's not good on the racetrack, and it's not good on the highway. So be ready, be buckled. Remember, you're the professional, the one who drives for a living.
A public service message from the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Welcome to the Battle of the Masters of Meat. Today's contest will see two challengers vying for the title of Best Meat Market in central Wisconsin.
And now for the main event. In the south corner, from Highway 10 East and Stevens Point, just behind Culver's and Buffalo Wild Wings, we have the challenger, Dave the Brotmeister Tuskowski. And in the north corner, from 4516 Rib Mountain Drive in Rib Mountain, we have our other challenger, Craig the Steakmeister Wolf.
Let's go now to center ring, where our referee for today's Battle of the Masters of Meat will give the final instructions to the challengers. Our referee today is the Grill Sergeant.
Now, I want you to remember that you're both champions. Brotmeister, you got the freshest, juiciest, and tastiest brats available anywhere. And you, Steakmeister, have the finest cold-aged ribeye, porterhouse, and sirloin steaks this side of creation. Heck, there's no contest here. You're both winners.
Ski's Meat Market at Stevens Point and Rib Mountain open 10 to 6 Monday to Friday, 9 to 6 Saturday, and 10 to 4 Sunday. Our quality is always worth the stop.
Check out Adrenaline Hydrographics in a Cedar Creek Mall. Put a custom finish on anything you want. Choose from over 1,000 different patterns and colors, including camos, wood grains, carbon fibers, and custom prints like flames, skull patterns, and flag scenes. They can customize your Harley parts, baseball helmets, and hard hats, guns and gun stocks, fishing poles, deer skulls, coat racks, you name it. Pretty much anything you can paint, they can put a custom pattern on for you. Adrenaline Hydrographics in the Cedar Creek Mall.
Here's your Central Wisconsin Weather Eye forecast, powered by Weatherology.com. For today, some patchy fog possible early on. Otherwise, do pick up a slight chance for some afternoon showers and storms, those highs reaching near 80. Then for tonight, still a slight chance for storms, some patchy fog once again a possibility, those lows near 63. For the day on Monday, showers and storms early in the day, upper 70s. I'm meteorologist Michael Caro for Sports Fan 100.5. Currently 64.
Hey, welcome back to Biggie Outdoor Radio. Steve, you still there?
I'm still here, bud. Wouldn't it?
Well, that's good. We were kind of talking about the fellow that crashed his plane there, and
yeah,
and our churches and things like that. That fellow. You know, I don't know if you heard, but he just crashed that 2 days.
No, I didn't. I didn't hear anything about that until you mentioned it.
Yeah, two days ago he did, and we just took him on. He's our guide up in Alaska. He's got some very, very unlike a lot of the places that you can book hunts for in Alaska. You know, we always try to seek out something a little bit original and unique. Wow. And this guy has some very, very private opportunities up there. Mm-hmm. His places are, you know, you can't get access to them, and most outfitters wouldn't be able to. He's got some pretty exclusive rights to some land that he's got to pay some pretty high premiums per person to the natives up there.
Right.
And huge bulls and huge bears that he's getting out of there. And he was actually circling moose and taking pictures of things so that he could let people know what he was seeing.
Right.
He sent me a picture of a bull moose that was definitely between 70 75 inches.
Wow. I mean, that's a big one there now.
And it was shortly after that he crashed. So.
Wow.
So, yeah,
you know, the good news is when someone tells you that they were in a plane crash and that the only, I guess the major injury is a broken leg, you got to consider yourself lucky, I guess. You know, a lot of people don't even survive a plane crash, and to come out of it, you know, with the broke leg is probably a blessing. So,
yeah.
But all jokes aside, I'll definitely keep him in my prayers and hope for a speedy recovery, and that it doesn't upset his. I know it's getting time to make his hay up there right now, I guess. So
yeah,
he'll be back in the feet pretty quick and back in business.
He's supposed to start climbing mountains here, hunting mountain goats and rams and sheep and stuff. So I don't believe he's going to be climbing any mountains this year.
No. He's going to need some help with that. So good luck to him.
Yeah.
Good luck to him. You know, down here we've got an annual event taking place next Saturday that everyone, you know, most hunters are looking forward to down here. I don't know. I've never heard you say this up north, but our squirrel season actually comes in August the 15th. And, of course, it's our chance to get our kids out in the woods. And you know, I take my little 5-year-old girl out there, you know, when you're hunting a squirrel down here in August, you know, you go early in the morning. It's a pretty low-impact way to introduce your kids to the outdoors and let your little one shoot 22 rifles at the squirrels. And then also, you know, a lot of people don't eat squirrels, but down here we do. It creates good table fare, and I don't know if you guys have a squirrel season up there. I've never really heard anyone talk about it.
Yes, we do. Yeah, it's part of our small game season. It comes in, and I grew up hunting squirrels and eating them. With my grandfather, my grandma and grandpa used to cook squirrel up, and it was actually pretty good if you cook it right.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
I used to think nothing of it. Now you talk about it and people look at you and think, oh, gross, you eat squirrels? I'm thinking, yeah, we eat squirrels. We used to drive around and chase them up trees and shoot squirrels, and we used to eat the snot out of them. So
that's right. See, that's what's wrong. You know, that's why you're doing what you do. That's why I do what I do, because I think the awareness is just falling by the wayside. I mean, people, you know, adults are not taking their kids hunting and not giving them the opportunity to go fishing, and they don't know. They just don't know, and that's why you get those looks. When I tell someone I eat a squirrel, it's 50-50 now. You may get one of those, are you crazy looks? Or, you know, you may get I used to squirrel hunt too. But back 25, 30 years ago, everybody did it, or at least everybody was aware of it.
Yep.
And now, you know, it's falling by the wayside, just like everything else due to, you know, Cecil the Lion or whoever. You know, I mean, it's just horrible. You know, where we're going in the hunting community, and then of course we've got to argue among ourselves. We beat that drum every week, it seems, but it's a tough thing. And if people don't rise up, they're going to wake up one day and there's not going to be anything to do besides watch TV and play video games. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's something, because all those animals are good to eat, whether it's rabbit. I even get the same look on rabbits from some people.
Me too. And used to you'd see a guy that raised rabbits for sale, just like people raise quail or hogs or cattle for sale.
Yep.
You used to see roadside people that say, "Hey, rabbits $3," and you know, the rabbits weren't for pets back then; they were to cook for Sunday dinner.
Hassenpfeffer.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Hassenpfeffer's rabbit stew is actually awesome to eat. I
sure
love eating rabbit, yeah. And actually, you know, if you cook it right, rabbit and squirrel taste very similar.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, Elmer Fudd loved rabbit.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot different than house cat.
I don't know about that.
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to take your word for that one, brother. This is Big E Radio, not to be confused with the Good Outdoors Radio. Holy cow, boy.
Yeah, well, we don't really eat house cat, but
no, you just use them for seasoning. You know, you don't really cook it. You just, you know, it's just kind of like ham hock and peas. You know, a little bit just seasoning. You don't want to eat it.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, boy.
Everything has its purpose, you know, whether you're using it for bait for sharks or whether it's, you know, for
limb lining for catfish down here in the south. You know, just different uses for different things.
Yeah. So
if you can take honestly, if you can take a 6-pound cat, bait a limb line with it and turn it into an 80-pound flathead catfish, how does that not add up? You know what I mean? You're increasing your intake of protein by many, many pounds, you know? So, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, when you do that, when you put that on a calculator or an abacus for folks up north, it adds up.
You know, we usually talk that way about people in the South. What do you mean?
Oh, I know. See, I'm paying you back when you call into my station, my radio show, and you bash. It's payback now, brother. I like the situation that we have here. Saturday mornings are reserved to bash the South. Sunday mornings are reserved to make fun of the North. So that's just what we do. Good stuff.
We had a short segment here. We're going to take a quick break and come back and we'll.
Hey,
bash.
I'm going to have to go. Have to go, Patrick. So y'all have a great day, good weekend, and I'll be thinking about you, buddy.
All right. You have a good day at church. Take care.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Tired of the hot summer heat? Time to get those ACs working. Head on in to Thunder Lube at their new location, 1015 South 17th Avenue in Wausau. Thunder Lube is a full-service center handling tires, brakes, exhaust, tune-ups, and much more. No appointment needed for oil changes. Get a punch card when you get a full service and get your 10th service free. That's Thunder Lube, complete auto service center, South 17th Avenue in Wausau.
Well, Brandon, you know what I can use after a long day out in the woods?
Yeah, good massage from These Hands Massage Therapy.
That's right. Massage isn't just for relaxation either. It's a health advantage. They work on rotator cuff injuries, low back, neck, sciatica, and lots of other injuries.
That's great for guys with a long list of injuries like you, and you can get a gift card for someone as well.
Yep, and mention the Big E Radio Show, you get $10 off your massage. They're open Monday through Saturday by appointment. These Hands Massage Therapy on 17th Avenue by Walgreens in Wausau.
Welcome to Blue Willow Cafe, where you'll find home cooking at its best. This cozy cafe offers an unforgettable breakfast that'll keep you coming back for more. Blue Willow's family-friendly atmosphere with made-from-scratch homemade food has become a favorite gathering place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy delicious homemade soups, pies, day-of-the-week specials, and more. All in smoke-free dining with family-friendly pricing. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Join us at Blue Willow Cafe, North 4th Avenue, Wausau.
Every single day, people just like you are leading happier, healthier lives by working out at Snap Fitness.
My name is Carol Wisey. I was overweight and not feeling so good about myself. I just woke up one morning and decided enough's enough. The hardest step is walking into that gym because I'm sure you're going to feel self-conscious. When I walked through the door for the first time, I can honestly tell you I did not feel that way. They have so many different membership options. You don't need to be locked into a long-term contract. My physical health since I started working on Snap Fitness has changed dramatically. I have a lot more energy. I'm happier. It will change your life. It will change your family's life. I promise you, if you take that first step and join Snap Fitness, you will not regret it.
Summer is heating up. Snap Fitness is now offering summer for $99 or summer for free. Stop in Wausau, Weston, or Mosinee for a tour and more details. Take advantage of this deal while it's hot. Snap Fitness, locally owned and operated. Be well.
Looking for the best burger in town? Check out Brews Brothers in Weston, just off Highway 29 at Camp Phillips exit. Voted best burger in Wausau 2014 and 2015. Fresh burger ground daily from country fresh meats, fresh buns, and 35 draft beers on tap from local and regional breweries. Enjoy fresh cut fries and chips made to order. Open 11 to 11 Sunday through Thursday and 11 to midnight Friday and Saturday. Brews Brothers, Camp Phillips Road in Weston.
When you're cruising down the road and put your nose astray, BRB Auto Body night or day.
Whether you had a run-in with a deer or something a little bigger, BRB Auto Body can make your car look like it just rolled off the assembly line. BRB Auto Body specializes in complete body and paint repair, fiberglass repair, and custom painting. At BRB Auto Body, you'll receive a complimentary loaner car while yours is being repaired. Plus, you can have pictures of your vehicle's progress emailed to you on a daily basis. BRB Auto Body also offers 24-hour towing and roadside assistance at 359-9792. The next time you need auto body repair, choose BRB Auto Body, located just 1/2 mile past the Cedar Creek Mall on Highway XX in Rothschild, and online at BRBAutoBodyInc.com.
Expect a quality job from BRB Auto Body. BRB Auto
Hey, welcome back here at Big E Outdoor Radio this morning. And we're having quite a bit of fun here, in spite of the fact that my good co-host is a no-show. But I can understand that, in that he's out there partying this morning or recovering from that. You know, one of the commercials that we just had on there was the BRB auto body commercial. I had those guys put a bed liner in my... Oops, sorry. Can't be doing that in the air. I had them put a bed liner in my truck a couple weeks back, and that thing is really sharp looking. Makes my truck look a whole lot better. And they actually fixed up a little spot on my front bumper too. That was there. It was there when I bought the truck, really. They do really nice work out there, you know.
Yes.
And that was
was that spot on your bumper because you didn't stop in time? Stop when you touched the tennis ball hanging from your garage roof, or what?
No, it was there. I got the truck pre-owned, and somebody else had nicked something and took a hook mark out of the bumper. So I don't know what they did, but on them plastic bumpers, it was cut open and peeled back, and in a half an afternoon, they touched that up, and you couldn't even tell that anybody hit it. So how in the world they patch plastic nowadays, I don't know. But they did it.
I won't even guess.
Yeah, I would have thought they'd had to replace the whole thing. But they did. You know, you were talking about tracking the ads in it, and These Hands Massage has that deal where if you go in there and buy their card, it's a massage card or a gift card or whatever it is that you get. They'll give you $10 off if you say you heard the radio ad. And actually, on a lot of these places, if you go in there, we'll give you a coupon, or we'll give you a decal for our Big E Outdoors with the Big E buck on it. You can put it on the window of your car or whatever. So we actually have a lot of things out there if you go in and tell the folks that you heard the ad on the radio. We're going to start something toward deer season, I think, with Jim Kreshak Jewelers. Some special, or actually do some kind of a special on maybe if you get a camouflage wedding set or something like that. I think we're going to try to offer something like that. They do that, you know.
Really?
Yeah, camouflage wedding rings. It take the right kind of bride to agree to that, I think. But they look cool. I think they look awesome, but
off the top of my head, well, there is one person that would like to have, I know that would love to have a ring like that. But
yeah. When I went to them and I said, hey, would you like to be on a radio show? And they looked at me and they said, a hunting show, or show about the outdoors? I said, believe me, we got to buy a lot of jewelry to suck up for all the time we spend in the woods. So they said, yeah, good idea. I think it makes sense. I should go get a florist too.
After this morning, you might need
I should probably zip down to somebody and pick something up and throw some flowers in the door before I go in.
Either that, or you may have to
I might need a new coyote collar.
That, or you may need the services of someone who deals with more, shall we say, austere conditions and floral arrangements.
God, I hope not. I didn't teach her to shoot yet. Oh, God, that's not true. I did. I took her hog hunting.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And we brought them hogs back and had them all processed and had bacon made. And
how? So you're talking wild hog?
Yeah, it's very good for you.
I don't doubt that one bit. Compare. Okay, so obviously, compare the bacon from that to what is commercially available.
It's going to be way less fatty. When you go in and buy commercial bacon, it's almost all fat.
Which I happen to like.
Yeah, there will still be fat on it, but there will be meat in this, actually, so you'll be able to taste it. It's good. It's very good bacon.
Do you get the... does the smoke flavor?
Oh, yeah.
Over, say, are you going to taste like game?
No. No. So and in fact, you won't taste game even in the chops or the meat. You know, if you take pork chops or the roast or anything, it
tastes like pork.
Right.
Okay.
But it doesn't have, like commercially raised pork and things like that. There's a lot of stuff nowadays that, they're eating.
There's stuff in the feed to help to
make them
shortest
grow.
amount of time to get them as big as possible to maximize the profit on the bottom line. Yes, I understand that.
So when you go out and you hunt wild game, they
run.
That.
So there's not a whole lot of fat reserve on the animal because they're
they're
foraging. They have to forage for what they're eating. It's not handed to them.
Yeah. Well, and these wild hogs that we're hunting actually are quite fat. So for a wild hog, so they have a decent amount of fat on them. So it's not like you're hunting some scrawny animal that has no fat at all.
Right.
So they're in good shape. I mean, they taste good. They have less fat on them. Their bodies are a little bit more lean, so it's not like all fat. You'll have a lot better looking piece of bacon. Trust me. Won't shrink up as much, and it'll hold together better. It'll taste every bit as good. The meat tastes just as good. You can't tell it apart.
So what is that? Something southern states that, or do we have wild hog in this state?
Actually, there are some somewheres, I guess, down in the southern part of Wisconsin that somehow there was some feral hogs that got going down there, got a foothold, and they don't want them there. They want everybody to kill them off because actually we don't want wild hogs in Wisconsin. They're terribly destructive. They'll tear up farm fields and orchards and even the woodland. When they start digging and rooting things up, they rip stuff to pieces. If you go down into the south where the hogs are and you look at where they live, they're destructive. They rip things up, and they can come into a farm field and tear it up in no time. So, the hog thing is definitely a problem. I mean, when you hunt them down there, the farmers want you to kill them off because it's.
Is there a limit?
Pest? No, there's no limit.
Or is there a specific season?
Nope, no season. You can hunt them. So when we got nothing else to hunt up here, I always tell people, hey, let's go down south and do a hog hunt. There's a lot of places down there, and hog hunts are fairly inexpensive. These guys will put you up and put you in a nice lodge, and you can get a hog hunt. It's very inexpensive with meals and lodging and everything included. Yep, have a great time.
And come back with
a bunch of pork. Like the last time we were down there, we came back with 15 between the group that we took down there. We shot 15 hogs. Split them up between everybody, came back with them. And so rather than buying a pig up here and having it split up, we just take some guys, go down south, hunt a bunch of hogs, bring them back, have them cut up. And
the thing is that they have how many in a litter?
Yeah, that's the thing. They'll have.
So it's not. So you took 15. Well, that's like what, 1 litter?
Yeah, just a little over 1 litter, and they'll have 3 of those litters in a year. And by the time they're having the third litter, the first litter is breeding already.
Oh my word!
Yeah, if you get into those areas where the hogs are really taking over, Georgia, the Carolinas, places like that, you would have to kill 70% of the population just to break even and take control of the hog population. That's how fast it's booming down there.
Wow.
We went around the one guy's farm field. He had corn coming up, and by now they probably harvested it. Well, because I was gone for so long. After Brandon's wedding, we'll probably zip down there and do another hunt. And this wasn't like a part of the lodge hunt. This was a part of a pest control hunt. So we went there. You would not believe the corn damage. It looked like somebody had taken tractors and trucks and just drove in this cornfield and just vandalized the cornfield.
Oh, wow.
It's just flattened from the hogs coming in there. They come in at night, and when we'd go pick the guys up at night from the stands and places where you're hunting, you shut the machine off, just sit there quietly, and you could just hear them knocking corn down, going through the cornfields. Just running around out there, just knocking corn down. So it's not a joke down there when these guys are saying that they have hog damage and hog I mean, people up here that complain about deer damage in their crops have no idea how bad hog damage is. Deer damage is nothing compared to hog damage.
Yeah, at least all they did at our house was they ate the blossoms off some of the plants, around the house.
I mean, the deer do a considerable amount of damage to our farmers' crops. I'm not knocking that down because my dad used to be a vegetable farmer, and when the deer came in, the damage they did was real.
Yes.
But in comparison to what hogs do, there's nothing. After because I've seen both now, and when I seen what hogs do compared to what deer do, never ever seen deer damage crops or damage the landscape like hogs do. Amazing. So you don't want them things running around the state of Wisconsin, that's for sure.
You'd have 70%.
Yeah.
Just to gain control.
Yeah. You have to kill 70% just to break even, just to stay even with the population.
That would just be interesting to see what I wonder what that number would be.
I mean, think about, let's say they're having a dozen in a litter, and it's usually more than half, but at least half of them are females, okay? So, half of those that are females, by the end of the year, those are already breeding. So them 6 are having, more hogs.
Well, that's 72.
Yeah.
If you're saying that those 6, the first litter has a litter by the end of the year.
Yeah.
They're giving birth to 72 more.
Yeah.
And they're again out of that, then
plus by that time
36 of them are females. I mean, wow.
Plus by that time that mother's had 3 of those litters.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean it's an amazing amount of multiplication.
I'd say.
We'll take a break and we'll come back and wrap up the Big E Outdoor Radio Show with our final segment.
Hey, it's Mike with Auto Trim and Sign here in Wausau. You already know we do the fun stuff on vehicles. We can also help your business, whether it's simple lettering, company decals, or even a vehicle wrap. Auto Trim and Sign can design and install graphics perfect for your business. Your car, truck, trailer, big rig, or your company's entire fleet will be in good hands. Check out our website, autotrimofwausau.com, or call us at 715-842-9114.
Big E Outdoors, located at Cedar Creek, is reopening its doors soon after its new remodeling. Home to the area's first and only big game hunting museum, with educational exhibits displaying animals from around the world and facts around the hunters' contributions to their survival. Pick up some unique souvenirs and gifts from the museum and from the Big E TV shows. Meet the pro staff from Big E TV and Big E Outdoor Radio. A great place to stop in with the whole family. And while you're there, book your next hunting trip with the Big E Outdoors Professional Hunters. With over 21 personal hunting destinations worldwide, you'll be sure to find a quality getaway with the Big E Outdoors destinations. Big E Outdoors is also home to Adrenaline Hydrographic. Check us out online at BigEOutfitters.com and register to win a free hunt. Big E Outdoors at Cedar Creek.
Rejection is one of our biggest fears. As humans, our greatest need is to be accepted. So when Ben walked into Jim Kreshock Jewelers and met with Jody, he was looking for someone to accept him. You see, Ben was head over heels in love with Amanda, and he wanted to give her the diamond engagement ring of her dreams. But he didn't feel good about his credit, and he didn't feel good about a past jewelry shopping experience where another jeweler wouldn't even give him the time of day. But Jody had a different attitude. Instead, she went right to work on getting a credit application filled out. And before he knew it, he was approved for, well, a lot more than he thought he would be. That's total acceptance. So Jody walked him over to the diamond case, and he picked out the ring that would knock Amanda off her feet. We're Jim Kreshock Jewelers, and when you walk in here, you know you'll find it. And you'll be accepted. We're in front of Best Buy on Rib Mountain Drive, and nobody does I do like we do.
Here's your Central Wisconsin Weather Eye forecast, powered by Weatherology.com. For today, some patchy fog possible early on. Otherwise, do pick up a slight chance for some afternoon showers and storms, those highs reaching near 80. Then for tonight, still a slight chance for storms, some patchy fog once again a possibility, those lows near 63. For the day on Monday, showers and storms early in the day, upper 70s. I'm meteorologist Michael Caro for Sports Fan 100.5. Currently 64.
Hey, welcome back. Biggie Outdoor Radio here on Sports Fan 100.5. And remember, if you guys want to take us with you on the go, all you got to do is download the TuneIn Radio app on your Androids and iPhones. It's pretty easy. Just click on your Play Store there and then go to the apps. It's a free app. Look for TuneIn Radio. Download it. And then when you go looking for us, it's a 100.5 Sports Fan, and the call sign is WDTX. It's WD like in dog, TX. And you'll find us, and you can program that in, and that way you've got it all the time with you. And no matter where you are, if you got to jump in the car and head to the Dells with the kids or whatever you got to do, you can just click on the TuneIn Radio app there, or whatever it is, and then I got it right here on my phone. And then on Saturdays when I'm gone and I want to listen to my good buddy with the Good Outdoors radio down in Tallahassee, I can listen to him, and he can listen to me, and you can listen to darn near anything you want to listen to right there off your phone. Local radio. Pretty cool. Do you listen to it, Tim?
I do listen to our station, yes.
That's it? Just ours?
No, I didn't say that.
So I don't really listen to much else other than the talk radio stuff on there. But you could, if you had a favorite radio station you wanted to listen to, you could program it in. I mean, I know a lot of people listen to Pandora, but
I haven't done that in a while.
That's just music. So I don't. I like to listen to, see what people are yakking about and talking about. And you can listen to NASCAR radio and things like that too, but whatever. Whatever trips your trigger, whatever floats your boat.
Well, hopefully the boat's floating, not sinking.
Yeah, especially if you're on a pontoon loaded down with a bunch of guys. I've been texting them the whole time here, and nobody's answering me, so I don't know. I don't know what happens. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It could be a sign that they continued the festivities until shortly before airtime, and then finally decided that they ran out of steam.
Well, on the bright side, if something happened and maybe the wedding's off, and I don't have to worry about paying for some of the stuff that I had to pay for the wedding.
Maybe you get a refund.
Yeah, well, that'd be nice. Think of the money that would save. Actually, I'm gaining a pretty nice daughter-in-law.
And now you might have to get 2 things of flowers now.
Yeah. I step in it pretty good, Hunters are good at that. Yeah.
Especially when they're tracking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was looking, have you noticed I don't know how much you're on social media, but have you noticed, like, if you're on there, ever since all this stuff happened, a lot more people are posting their pictures of lions and giraffes and things. It's like, they've always hunted them, but they just kind of didn't put the pictures. Now that it's like in your face, here you go.
I have not, with my normal work schedule, I don't have time to be on social media. And when I do get a chance to check it, it's maybe for a minute, 2 minutes, and it's back to work.
See, well, when you do what I do, that is part of your work. You check it all the time.
Yeah, and it's not part of mine.
I actually get my news right from there. I click. I always know what's happening in the world. Some of it's BS, but I even follow the politics on there.
Oh boy. Well, just like Abraham Lincoln said, you can't believe everything you read on the internet. That's a picture I've seen several times.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I thought that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm kind of looking forward to getting these guys from the south up here and do some snowmobile riding and some ice fishing with them. The more I keep thinking about that, the more I think that's a good idea. And then when we get them up here, we'll bring them in, have them talk on the radio and tell us how cold he is.
Well, so that will be. I'll have to have the window open.
Yeah,
we'll have that many. We'll have that many people in here. We'll have to, keep the regulate the temperature so that the equipment doesn't overheat.
Can you pipe into the mics in the next room, or what do you do when you get a lot of people in here?
Unfortunately, at least at this point, as far as I know, it's just what you see here.
Really? It could get tight in here.
However, if that's something we can talk about more.
Let's figure that out.
We'll talk. We can talk more about that off air. That's just logistics that we don't need to.
Yeah. Well, folks, remember, if you're wanting to bring up some topics and get online, and we'd love to hear your comments, you can call us anytime. You can also send us Facebook messages, because we do have Big E Outdoor Radio on Facebook. You can go there and you can give us a like and share some comments and some topics and tell us what you think about some of the stuff that's happening in the outdoors. And I see a lot of people are weighing in on the topics. Michael Waddell even posted a little video clip on Facebook here. And a lot of it right now is trying to get hunters to stand together and quit arguing amongst themselves, because I think one of the biggest problems that we face is, it's bad enough that we have anti-hunters coming in and chiming in, but then all of a sudden when you get one hunter that's like, "Oh, I would never hunt a lion. I can't believe anybody would hunt a lion," and then you get a hunter that's coming on there and it's like, look, do you not see the danger in what you're doing? You might not want to hunt a lion, and that's fine, but not every single hunter wants to hunt. Just like what Steve just said, squirrels, rabbits, it could be doves, it could be hunting with a bow, it doesn't matter. Hunters are sometimes so close-minded and so, they got such a narrow vision, they don't realize how dumb they can be by speaking out like that. They should say, hey, it's hunting. You're going to hunt. You want to hunt a lion. You want to hunt a giraffe. You want to hunt snakes. It doesn't matter. We're all going to stand together, because hunting is hunting. Fishing is fishing. And even if you're a hunter and not a fisherman, you need to support the fishermen. Fishermen need to support the hunters. It's like we support the gun owners, because it's all part of the same thing. If we don't all stand together, we need to make our army as big as we can. We need to figure out what we all have in common and say, hey, you know what? I don't want to go out and spend 20,000 rounds this weekend shooting through a fully automatic weapon, but that's your thing. But that's cool, because we do have something in common. We both own guns. Mm-hmm. So we're part of the same, team. And you want to shoot lions, that's fine. I want to shoot deer. So we hunt. You know what? You do your thing, I'll do my thing. We need to stand together. Anybody attacks you, I'll stand with you. Anybody attacks me, you stand with me. But hunters are so dumb sometimes, they can't get it through their heads that they need to stand together, and that's what's making it so hard. Because once the antis start the argument, then the hunters start arguing amongst themselves, and it makes the whole thing blow up. If we stood together near as strong as what they stood together, this thing would be a lot easier. Because the antis are one powerful voice, and they have one common goal. They don't sit there and say, well, we're against it, but a little bit of this, but a little bit of that. No, it's a solid message. End it all. Done. This is wrong. And when they'll pick one thing out, it's, man, we're against this. Man, we're against that. Man, we're against this. They don't say we're against this, but. And then we come in and a couple of us say, hey, you know what? We agree with you on that. Well, we can't agree with them on anything. The only chance we have is if we get our proverbial heads out of our butts and learn how to say, you know what, we need to stand together. And I cannot stress that enough. I don't know how to get it through these hunters' heads and get it through everybody's heads and make them understand. It doesn't matter what you like to hunt, how you like to do it. If you're a gun enthusiast instead of a hunter, if you're a fisherman, if you're a hunter, what it is you do in the outdoors, you need to learn to stand together. We need to somehow learn to support each other and say, that's what you choose to do, and I'm going to support you. Because we don't have a common front. And we start arguing or we keep arguing amongst, we already are. So if we keep arguing amongst ourselves, we keep making our group smaller. It's like, I try to preach it in my seminars that I give. You take a big room, biggest coliseum you can, take Lambeau Field, all right? And you take it, divide it right down the middle, right down the 50-yard line, and fill one half of it full of anti-hunters and the other half of it full of gun enthusiasts, hunters of all kinds, all right? All the anti-hunters have one goal, all right? And now over here, some of these hunters start attacking the guys in there that hunt lions, okay? So now you just made a little island of people that you just don't like. So now you cast them out, okay? They're gone. They have to leave the stadium. Now we're going to hold a vote. Okay? And then in the middle of that, we have another little fight amongst ourselves as hunters, and we say, okay, we're going to get rid of the guys over here that hunt in high fences. It's a bigger chunk. Okay, let's kick them out of the stadium. Okay, we're going to hold another vote. We keep losing our numbers because we're fighting amongst ourselves. Now let's hold another vote and let's get rid of anybody that owns a fully automatic weapon. So, think on that till next week, and we'll come back and visit with you. And thanks for listening to Big E Outdoor Radio. And have a great week.